Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. We've just come back from the London Stadium. It was West Ham 0, Everton 0. Scott, take us through the starting lineup.
A few changes. Change of formation. Ojian's come back in goal. Back free of Reedy returning to full fitness and he starting straight away. Reed, Collins and Font as a three at the back. Masuaku left wing, Fernandez right wing, Nordvik coming in as the holding midfielder.
Scott's mate.
Lanzini and Kyoto as the ones moving forward, and Ayew and Cleary up top.
Change of formation.
Giving players a chance in their proper position.
And it worked well.
It worked well, yeah, I must say that, Ryan.
Yeah, first 0-0 at London Stadium as well.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Back-to-back clean sheets at the London Stadium.
3 games unbeaten.
Oh, don't get too positive. No, I mean, there's not a lot to talk about, is there, really, in terms of...
Yeah,
Well, it was
not
all
really much in the...
before the game. It was all talk about the Lukaku show, wasn't it? How many was he going to score today? You know, but we done well. Everton didn't have a shot on target all game.
No?
Not one shot on target.
Didn't even look threatening to me.
I mean, there was a point in the first half where they had sort of about midway through and they had quite a lot of the ball. But it was all in the middle. They weren't really going
No, we done
anywhere.
well.
I
It
never
wasn't-
felt threatened by him, I never...
It wasn't that Lukaku was poor today. It was just everyone was superb and they stopped him from getting the ball.
Yeah, it's nothing.
There was one time where he went through and he took it past Collins. Then we thought, oh, here we go. But I think it was Font comes streaming across and took it off him.
Yeah.
But a good thing we done as well is we cut the balls out into the box, so they couldn't get the ball to him.
Yeah,
Which is what we did well
stop
today.
the supply.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't stop the man, stop the supply to him.
But even that, we stopped Barkley in
Yeah.
midfield. We stopped. Who's the young one? Tom Davies, is it?
Davies,
Tom
yeah.
Davies.
I'll be
He's
honest,
a good player.
the formation, obviously, apart from the obvious, I thought it worked superb today.
Yeah,
I thought it was absolutely superb.
Nordvik in the first 10 minutes was a bit shaky when he gave the ball
Give the
away
ball
a few
away,
times.
yeah.
And a lot of people started getting on his back. But I thought after that he had a superb game.
Yeah, I thought he was brilliant.
Just to be that foil in front of the back four, I thought he'd done a great job. He got his body in between people. I think Fernandez done that as well,
Yeah.
playing at the wing back.
Getting up and down as well.
Yeah,
Really well.
I thought
Masuaku.
he had.
I was impressed by him. His defensive work was Fernandez.
Yeah.
You know, his defensive work.
I think that's the
brilliant.
best game I've seen Masuaku play for West Ham
Yeah.
as well. He was
How long before
superb.
Matt Fernandez he's got to start to be a
Regular.
regular in our side?
Well, yeah, as I said, when you look
He
at
done a right wing back, didn't
yeah,
he?
you
That's
look
what
at,
I'm saying,
You
yeah.
look at that performance today. There ain't a player there that you could say, well, maybe Cleary because he's not got that bit of quality, but there isn't a player you could say deserves to be dropped. You know, and there's players coming back.
Ginger Pele was immense again today.
He
wasn't
was, he's brilliant.
I thought all three centre backs were good.
Adrian was back.
Adrian was back. Yeah,
10
that
minutes
Had
in.
a little
my heart
a
was
little
in my-
thing.
I thought
But
to
to be fair to him, it was a bit of a poor throw back to him.
yeah, but Jesus Christ, bro. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't, like I said, you can't really judge him today because he had nothing to do, did he? Like, no shots on target. What can he do?
Yeah.
I also might like. I could be wrong here, but does he organise the defenders better? Do you know what I mean?
Reed
Like,
certainly did today. I know Reed with Ginger and Font next to him. Reed was screaming at them all game, and I thought Reed was, for his first game back after an injury, played 90 minutes as well, and he was solid.
So a bit of a
Yeah,
worry
you're
when
right.
he went down first half.
Adrian's probably more in their ear than what Randolph is.
The thing is for me, this is the first time this season where every player on that pitch looked like they knew what they were doing, what their job was, what their role
I
was.
still think there was times when we looked a bit flat. I mean, we looked very good defensively. We kept the ball well. Probably the best I've seen us pass the ball for a little while. But going forward,
No options, is
no, there's never any options. There's never any width. I don't know. It just like I can't really complain because I would have snatched someone's hand off for a draw against Everton
Especially
yeah.
0-0.
at the beginning of the game. I thought we would win it this morning, but we could well have won it. A better striker on the pitch, a little bit more options going forward. I thought Lanzini was brilliant today.
Yeah.
I thought Cleary, he done okay.
Yeah, he ran a lot, didn't he?
Yeah, he done okay. Ayew was good as well, but it's just that final third. It just when we get to that final third of the pitch, we seem to lack options, and it's just. I think it's just because of players not wanting to take that gamble because they're worried about getting it on a break.
There was still a bit of nervousness about the side.
Yeah,
wasn't it? Like,
a little
like
bit.
you said, being caught on a break or something like that. But I don't think it was so much this case Everton played badly. I just thought we played that well that we stopped them behind them.
We stifled there.
Yeah.
And they're in form as well, in they, and they are a good team, Everton. I mean, they're above Arsenal, in they pushed Arsenal.
If they'd have won today, they'd have gone fifth.
Jesus Christ, are they really?
They're right up there.
Yeah, they would have gone fifth today if they'd won. So.
Arsenal,
Hungry house.
But yeah, I mean, I can't really fault.
It was a great
a
team
lot
performance.
Yeah.
It was
Even
a solid,
Font,
solid
even
team
Font today, I was
performance.
impressed with him.
Masuaku, Ginger
He's brilliant
Masuaku
today.
is brilliant. Ginger Collins was.
But the thing is, he looks like a natural going forward as well.
Yeah.
That's right. He's a defender, but
He looks like
when he
Creswell.
goes forward, he's like
Creswell.
I'd like to see him.
seasons ago.
I'd like to see him and Creswell down the left
Yeah.
together.
Is Cresswell going to get back in?
Nope.
I mean, you look at this now, right?
He come on at right back
You're
at the
talking
end,
about.
yeah.
See, that's
But why hasn't he been playing there?
well,
Why
this
hasn't somebody been playing
Well,
there?
this-
Why isn't a fullback playing at fullback?
Yeah, this is the thing that annoys me because we've tried so many different players in positions where they don't play, and we've got someone who can play a wing back. Granted, he ain't right-footed, but Alan, we played Snodgrass on the wrong side or Antonio. Why not try it with Creswell? So it's worth a try. Fernandes played good enough to hold his own. I was a bit worried when he took Czech off and brought Fernandes in the middle because I thought, well, Czech's got a bit more dominance in the air. He's got that defensive mindedness, whereas Fernandes is more attacking. But it worked well. So credit to Bilic.
Nordvelt hit a screamer. I thought Scott was going to be fucking.
He played well, mate. Look, end of the day, it's the first
Playing
time
in his natural position.
exactly in the Premier League. 90 minutes. He
All
went
you
down
need
with
is
credit.
Diego Poyet to come on.
Yeah.
He'd be in his element, wouldn't he? Get his signing back.
Elliot Lee.
I get one bet. I get one right now and again.
No, I'll totally agree, mate. But we've been saying it all season. Square pegs in round holes just don't work. Just don't cut it in this league. And once everyone got into the position, but that worries me a little bit because Nordveit played so well today against a very, very good team. He could have been doing that all year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if we'd have had a right back or people that fit into their like a centre back, another centre back option when we were short there and he had to play centre back, he could have been doing that all year. By the time we got to this point in the season, even he could have been fucking like what Obiang is to us now. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's
that
the
little
thing.
foil. It annoys me. It annoys me so much because it's it's 4 games away from the end of the season.
Yeah,
and it's probably the first decent performance I've seen at London Stadium.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That is the
It's
annoying
taken
thing.
us nearly all season to work it out.
Yeah. And we were still missing players. And
No, big players.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
It's-
Antonio,
Carroll.
Obiang.
That's
You
what
know,
I'm saying.
Bonner.
It's giving players chances. Giving them a chance, putting them out there.
I fear that we've burned too many bridges. I fear that in that amongst all that shite signings, people like Nordveit, we all judge Nordveit. I think Nordveit was rubbish. You know what I mean? But he's been played out of position every time he's played, right? It worries me that we've burnt them bridges too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they're going to be looking elsewhere. And there could be a gem in there. There could be a gem. There's definitely Fernandes is definitely a gem. Do you think he's got enough game time this year? I don't.
No, not.
He hasn't moaned though, has he? He's young. But
It
then
isn't,
again,
mate. I'm just saying, like, it just seems like
depends who we get in the sub.
we try the same players over and over and over again in their wrong positions, and look what happened. You know what I mean? Today we played everyone in their correct position, and they worked. Like Nordveit for me today, and please don't fucking hurt me for saying this, but he looked like Noble won't get in next week because of that performance. Do you know what I mean? Like Fernandes today looks like Byron won't get back in next week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The thing with Nordveit playing in that holding role, it gave Czech he could drive forward. And how many times have we said it? That is part of his game. That's the best part of his game. When he's running at players, when he's driving at them.
It looked like, at times today, it looked like we was getting into them positions where he was driving at players, and they looked up and thought, "Oh shit, man, I'm so far forward," and then sort of like put the brakes on.
Give it to someone.
It's Qatar's Fogg come forward, Collins come forward at one point, even Reed, and they get to a certain point and think,
I'm a defender.
shit,
What am I doing up here?
you know.
The only thing I would say about that formation, and I don't, you might fucking disagree with me here. None of them really get me as a ball playing centre half. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And with that sort of formation, that allows a centre half to come out with a ball. Like, I'm not saying we've got anything like this, but like a Rio Ferdinand, Reece Oxford, Bonner is a ball player centre half. That allows a player to come out of the defence and then give the option. I think that's where we lack a little bit. I think that's where the numbers are lacking a little bit because we haven't got the defender coming out, everyone else tightening up while he comes out and plays the ball. Midfielders making the runs.
We've got 3 solid
centre
chuck
halves.
your body on the line,
But
centre half.
you start panicking when you've got too much time to think
That's
about
it. And one player who's got that bit of awareness about him to bring. But then again, Font got forward when he did come forward. You know,
But he looked like rabbit in headlights at one point. He was just running in a straight line.
But it's good. It's that again. That's the confidence of having that oldie midfielder who all he does is work side to side and hold. You know, and he can pick a pass. He proved that today. You know, today was one of the first times he pinged 2 great.
I'll tell you. No, I agree with you there actually because I said it. He gave the white ball away about 5 or 6 times in the first 10 minutes, and then he was just spraying them. And that's where we lacked. We've really lacked is that spraying across the pitch.
He put one across to Masuaku, I think, out on the left, and he pinged another one down to the right. For Fernandes. But one thing today for me, that's the first time I've seen a West Ham player play the ball in front of a player so he can run onto it.
Yeah.
You know, all the other times it is to their
Straight
feet
in
or
the feet, innit?
behind them, so they've got. But this today, we actually put the ball in front of players, and it looked a completely different team. As I said, I just think everyone just looks so comfortable today.
It's just a solidity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All we need is like Sacco wanting to play and fully fit.
No, you don't want to play.
No. But that's if we had that, a fully fit Sacco who wants to play and wants to run, that could be the key to making that formation work. Carroll, for me, you can't play Carroll in that formation. He don't offer us enough.
No.
If
you play 2 up top, Carroll and whoever, it work like that.
We sit too deep. That is the only downside. Carroll needs to be further up the pitch.
He's pinging in crosses for days today. He'll come back next week and
We won't
put
put
a cross
cross
in.
Play on the floor.
I just think we need to start setting up a system and playing a different way that doesn't include Carroll. And
I agree.
I rate
agree.
Carroll.
Yeah, you always got to have a
him,
plan B without Carroll. Because we seem
Andy
to play
Carroll.
the same formation when Carroll ain't. This is the first time today we probably mixed it up a bit.
I think we need to have a plan
I
A,
love Andy
and
Carroll.
Carroll's our plan B.
When he's on fire, he's unplayable. But time after time again, it's the injuries, man. They just.
He gets a
I see
good
a
run
stat
going.
today. I don't remember the exact date, like how many days, but it was saying like he's been at West Ham 1,600 days and he's been injured for 900 and something of them.
That's
bad.
over half.
Yeah,
that's over half.
yeah.
And we keep building
And,
the team.
and you include Summers in that and all that, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
That's
that's it.
3-4 months where they have
it's
downtime.
a long time for him, not to be playing. And I said you can't keep building a team around a player like that.
I mean, the thing is, he'll be as frustrated as.
Of course he will.
You know, he's a footballer. He wants to play football. He don't want to be injured. But
No, I'm not saying I love the geezer. I absolutely love him.
Same here, I
I'm
think
one of his
brilliant,
biggest
but-
fans. When he's on fire, it's just, it's like it breaks my heart every time because I think he's gonna get a run now.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a run, and like the thing is with them as well, and what don't help the club sometimes is they try and cover up his longer term injuries by saying he's got a niggle. And then you won't see him for a
You
month.
might see him for 6 months.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you won't see him for a month or 6 weeks.
And
and all
I think
that,
we
like
put
that.
a lot of pressure on him as well.
Yeah, of course we do.
because he's immediately thinking, well, I've got to do something here to prove.
That's it, exactly.
He's been our captain the last few games while Nobes has been out as well.
I think rushing him back from injury, playing him when he's injured, it just doesn't. It puts too much pressure on his shoulders. I think.
He's had a good run of games though.
Yeah.
But I'll still reiterate what I said back in January. They forced him to play in January because they knew if he went down. Like that's why he had that month or 5 weeks out. Like afterwards, they forced him to play through January because if he'd have gone down injured and was out, people would have been calling for him. Spend some money.
Definitely.
And they didn't want to.
No. Hang on, hold it there.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Still
mate.
bad. Go on, carry on.
I'm trying to remember what ones I've sent now.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Scott. For fuck's sake.
No, don't pause it, Greg.
No, I'm just saying it still.
Just give me a minute.
I want to go home.
You want your ding-dings?
I want my dinner. Well, I've had about 5 dinners, but I want a dinner.
I've had about 5 dinners.
What'd you have?
I had pie mash.
We went-
I
went-
had breakfast.
We went. We was going. I'm just going to say this morning. I'm going to have a breakfast. When we got there, when I was gone past 12, I went, "Oh fuck, I'll just have a mixed grilled in large." And then he come back with a brunch thing.
Hey, you know what, king?
I was hungry this morning, man. I've been up since 5 o'clock trying to sort all this stuff out for the live stream and that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't.
No, you don't. You done it or what? Can we carry on?
A child.
Why is that dripping Swiss school?
Your photos are available in the shop. Where are you from, Scott? The Upper West Side.
I watched that last night.
If I marry the woman, so be it. Wife to you,
Mother to me.
Yes, my lord. Yeah, I like when he touches the
goes like,
candle. He
"Yes!"
goes like that.
Oh, back. Sorry.
Right, okay.
Scott's back in the room.
What was we saying?
Just finished talking about Carol.
You were saying about they made him play through January.
Yeah, they made him. It's quite blatant. They made him play through January. It had gone down before that Middlesbrough game because I heard that was when he was injured. Yeah, before that Middlesbrough game and maybe the game before, and they was giving him cortisones to get him through them. People would have been screaming for him to spend some money, and it disappoints me really because a little bit of investment. They see this season as a dead rubber. I think they've got a little bit too close to the relegation than they would have liked, and they would have thought they would have got close to. And it's a gamble, and he seems to like a gamble, Sullivan. And I've heard this. Yeah. I've heard this a few times from a few different people. His speciality is pulling these players out of his arse worth nothing and selling them for big money, like and pulling these players. And he likes to talk. Oh, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. But we weren't all right. You know, we're still down there. We're still worried. We've got 4 games left now. We're still worried about relegation.
The thing is, as well, we have had a lot of injuries this season.
A lot
to key players as well. You know, so it's been a mixture this season. I mean, we all said it. We just want the season to end now.
But we had injuries last year.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, all clubs have
and the year
an
before
injury.
that.
And
Yeah,
the year
but
at some point in the season.
We've had a lot, and they're not weeks. They're all at the
Yeah, it's
they're,
like
they're
long-term
months, long-term.
ones, yeah.
We've been lucky with Reed. He's back a lot quicker than what we thought.
Yeah,
But Antonio's out for the season.
Yeah.
Bonner's out for the season.
Obiang's
out for the season. Players are tired.
back.
Yeah, but he ain't going to be fully fit. He'd probably play in the last home game or something like that.
To be fair, there's no point in playing.
No.
No, you
As soon
don't
as
want to
as
risk
soon as
him
we
getting
get
injured
safe,
again, then he's out for
as soon as we
start
get
of the
safe,
season.
we get a point next week at Stoke. Then I think that guarantees us safety.
But
Why don't we just chuck the kids out there, mix them up, mix the team up, first team and a few kids in there, give them a bit of experience.
Some of the kids shouldn't have gone out on loan this year. Some of them
But
should
there's
have
still
gone out
some
on loan.
good talent.
Burke
I
shouldn't
mean,
have been out on loan.
Nathan Holland, he looks a good talent. And the thing is,
Marcus
as well
Brown.
today, he's a former Everton player. Chuck him on with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah. It's worth it.
You know,
It's worth a gamble.
yeah.
Isn't it? It's worth a gamble. Even bringing Fletcher on.
You got that Queener.
No, Queener. I'll tell you, shouldn't have gone on loan. Burke shouldn't have definitely not gone on loan. And like, I'm going to just name 2.
Cullen.
Oh, all right, 3. I'm going to name 3 indeed. Burke shouldn't have gone on loan. Cullen shouldn't have gone on loan. Martinez shouldn't have gone on loan.
And not only
Martinez especially.
Yeah.
That really gets up my wick.
Well, they're talking about extending his loan for next season.
They're
Like,
fucking
I don't
mad,
understand.
mate.
And you've also got
They've got no-
Samuelson as well.
Yeah, look, there's quite a few kids that maybe they think, you know, maybe I'm looking at it, from a different perspective, and you know they get to see him every day. They know, but somebody said to me the other day, if you don't give these kids a chance, how are they ever going to improve?
You say, what's the point in having an academy?
Yeah, like how are they ever going to?
You can't obviously chuck them all in.
Who's the last kid that you see come through?
Probably Tompkins.
Proper.
No, it would have been Stanislas and Heinz were the last two that
That's
broke in
7
the
years
first
ago,
game.
mate.
Yeah.
I can't think. Yeah, Chambers
Obviously,
played a couple of games.
Chambers played a couple of games. Potsy played a couple of games.
Yeah.
When we were short.
Moncur had a couple of
games.
Elliot Lee.
Elliot, did he? He played in
He
Europe.
played a couple.
Europe.
No, only played in the Premier
But
League.
then, like you say, they
Yeah,
see him
they
every
won
day in
games,
training,
yeah.
don't they? They know more than we do.
Yeah,
they
but-
see him.
No,
every
I'm
day,
sorry, mate, but you can't. I'm going to go back to this as well. 5 years ago, right, when Harry Kane was on loan to someone else, right, you will see, right, and you can go back to Twitter and check this, you will see dozens and dozens and dozens of tweets, right, saying, he's not good enough, he's never going to make it in the Premier League. From Tottenham fans.
Yeah, someone done that and went back. Someone showed that in pictures.
Yeah, me.
It was you.
Yeah.
Of all the Tottenham
Hundreds
players
and
saying
hundreds
he
and
was.
hundreds of them saying I like Kane. He's like come through our academy. He's never going to make it. He's nowhere near good enough. Look at him now. He's probably one of the most sought after centre forwards in the world.
4-season wonder.
4-season wonder. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nah, he's a
you're
great
saying
player.
about like maybe they should. The problem is nowadays managers don't have the luxury of
I
having a bit of time. Like they can lose their job after 5-6 games.
You would
They go on
rather
a bad run.
put a geezer right in the centre midfield who don't play in the centre midfield because he's on 60 grand a week, than play a centre midfielder, a young hungry kid. Cullen would have smashed it this season. I'm sorry, he would have smashed it.
Yeah, but
He was one of the
managers don't have
better
the luxury
players on
of
the
time
pitch.
anymore.
He was one of the. I'm sorry, mate. I don't care. We've been in such dire straits this season. Look at a couple of seasons
He could have
ago
played.
when Zarate was out on loan.
Yeah. He could
Yeah,
have
but
played.
even like we've got, I know people don't like him, but we've even got Enner Valencia out on loan.
Yeah, exactly.
We could have done with him, like especially from January onwards. We could have done with him.
We could have done-
We should have had a
Do you know what
fullback
they
option
like?
in January.
Yeah.
Do you know what they like? They like the fees. That's what it's all about. It's about the loan fees
that's
that
it,
they get.
yeah. But if the
Because they pay out so many fucking loan fees themselves.
thing is, it's all right the players going out on loan, but how many of them, apart from Cullen, how many of them are playing? Samuelson
Yeah,
went
but
to
I see
Peterborough to
Burke.
come back.
Burke, I'm sure Burke's back at West Ham because he was playing in the under 23s.
No, they can't.
over
They
there.
can-
They
come
can't.
back
They
and
can't
play.
come back.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do that. Yeah.
He was injured he was playing, then got injured, didn't he?
So where is he
And
on
then
loan?
was
At Wigan
Wigan.
still.
Yeah.
But Marcus Brown, he's not playing. Martinez is in and out of the side.
Yeah, but there's a reason he ain't playing.
Yeah, no, I'm just
His
saying.
attitude, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what's the point in sending players out on loan if they're not going to play?
Well, you can't guarantee they're going to
No,
play.
but they,
It's all about-
Reece Oxford ain't playing, is he? at
He's
Reading?
played 3 games.
Well, he got his
2
head
games.
stamped on when he did
Yeah.
play.
But
I'm just saying,
you need to
like-
sort of guarantee him a bit more. If you're sending them out on loan,
Problem is, there's
You
a
need
big
to
difference
guarantee
from
him a
playing
bit more
lower
game
league
time.
football, under 23 football, and Premier League football. It's a massive difference. Premier League is high tempo, and that sometimes it can scare these kids, but then sometimes they can just take to it. There's a lot of kids. Look at Rooney when he come on. Back to them years ago, he was playing when the likes of like Keane and Vieira and whatever. He's 16 years old. He come on. Look what happened to him.
all you got to do is look at Southampton.
But you've also got to look at people like Rio Ferdinand who
Yeah.
come into the team.
I was just about to say,
centre half.
Leeds.
Turned into a great centre half. Yeah, probably one of the world's best at the time.
By playing week in, week
How
out.
many mistakes did he make at West Ham?
Yeah, load.
How many mistakes were?
Oh, yeah, all the
Not
time.
getting goal side, not doing this, not doing. You learn like that. You know what I mean? And I know what you're saying. But I remember once Rio Ferdinand playing in a game against Arsenal, right? And the ball come over the top of him, and Overmars was running behind him, yeah, and he let the ball bounce. Now I know you can't let the ball bounce when I was about 8, yeah, but it's all part of a learning curve. By the time he got to Leeds, by the time he got to Man United, he's one of the best.
I think
central
Graham's
defenders in the
right
world.
though. What he said. I think back then when Rio was developing, they never used to sack managers like they do now.
No,
Like,
it's
if
pressure,
Billich was
like-
to chuck kids in and we lose, it'll be all on him. Look when Allardyce done it. What Allardyce done was wrong with our kids when he chucked them all out against Forest. That was a disgrace because it dented their confidence. It ruined them.
Ruined their careers. some of them.
They were top of the league, the youth, well, it was whatever the under 23 league at that point.
Yeah. We have got a bright future. There's a lot of players, but I think players like Josh Cullen, I think, are ready to step up. Reece Burke. You got
I'm not saying they've
Martinez.
got to play every week.
No, no, no,
They've
I'm
got to
s-
be in the squad.
Give
Even
it a
today,
chance.
like that's what I'm
Fletcher.
saying.
Yeah.
Fletcher today.
Yeah.
I would have preferred Fletcher over Martinez, over Caleri,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Different style of player in it, but
I think he's
bigger
more
and strong,
suited.
isn't
Yeah.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
But then, as I said, the system, you sort of need someone to play further.
What centre halves is he playing against today?
Jamie Elker and Williams. To be
34 years old,
Yeah,
each one.
yeah.
Slow.
Williams.
Did you see what he's done to
struggled
Collins the other day in training? Left him for dead.
Yeah,
I know what you're going to say,
Yeah, go
but
on.
I'm just saying it only takes one.
Oh, yeah, of course
one
it does,
time
of course
to
it
do
does.
that sort of thing.
I'm sure
Colin
Colin-
ain't going to do that. Colin can't go around me, mate.
I'm sure
Sorry,
if
he
that was a
can't.
game, that he would have ended up in the air once he spun.
But you would have got a free kick.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
He's bigger, stronger, faster.
He does deserve a chance. He
He won't get one now.
The thing is, he's had like 5-10 minutes here and there. It's not enough time to make an
He
impact.
scored a goal,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake. More than Kaleri's done.
Well, he scored a deflection.
Deflected
didn't
shot.
I still don't count that, mate. 'Cause honestly,
Thing is, at the end of the day, they've got to start giving them a chance. As you said, even if it's just one or two from the start of the season, it don't work out.
As soon as we get
you've got
safe,
plenty of time.
as soon as we get safe, like if we get a point or a win at Stoke,
Mm.
well, then again we've got Tottenham at home next. But somewhere like we've got Liverpool at home. It's one of, maybe Burnley away last game. Chuck them. I mean, to chuck them against Spurs and Liverpool was a bit too
tough.
much.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Even if you just give two of them a chance.
But then that's
So-
what pre-season's for, and that's what pre-season tournaments are
That's it.
for.
You
Get 'em
hope
out
you
there
don't see a
playing.
few of them get a chance next
It's
year.
like you were saying earlier. We've got no Europa League this year, so the whole squad is going to be
but the
together.
thing is, right, this is what annoys me
There's
about
no
this year.
tournaments either,
The
is
fact
there?
that we look so unfit because we've had no cup football to deal with. We went out in the first round in the Europa League, we went out in the second round in the League Cup, and we went out in the first round in the FA Cup. We've had none of that to deal with.
But
None of it.
I still think that's crap about
Well,
players.
it's good
being
we
tired
didn't because we'd have probably been bottom.
Yeah, but players shouldn't be tired this time of the season. Half our
I
squad's had half the season out for
I still
injuries.
think they've got to look at the training.
There's still a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's still a lot to do. But as I said, this is now a building block, isn't it? We've got two, as I said, like you said, three games unbeaten now, 2 clean sheets at home on the spin. Build on that. You found a new system that could work with the right players in it. Build on it. Make your mind up what system you want for next season, what way you're going to play, pick your key players,
I don't agree
and then
with
go
that.
out
Buy
and
the
build
players
around
to
them.
fit in
Yeah.
the correct positions.
I don't agree that you play one system and that's
No,
it.
but I'm saying pick the system you want to start with.
All managers have their main
Yeah.
sort
If
of
you wanna play
formation, don't they?
3-5-2,
But it's how you adapt.
Set your team up 3-5-2. Get your players round it, but make sure you've got that backup plan.
Yeah.
You can play 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 or whatever you want. Have the players to do it in the squad. That's what
Right.
the squad's for.
Positive today?
Very
very,
positive.
Listen,
very
we'd have all
Very.
took a point before the game. Easy, we'd have all took a
I
point.
thought he was good.
Yeah.
We could have won it. There's a couple of shots as well that deflected deflected into the keeper's arm. On a different day, it goes the other side of him.
I think
Like I
Ginger
said,
put a header wide.
keep
didn't he?
to keep a team
He was a
like
menace.
Everton with no shots on target, with Lukaku who's scoring form, especially against
eight
us.
in the league.
Yeah, exactly, and they're on a run of form. To keep them no shots, I think that's a great.
I say.
I think it's a great result.
I feel more positive going to Stoke
Yeah.
than I did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Before
totally
this
agree.
ago.
So that's always a tough place to go, Stoke. isn't it?
Yeah.
Always
It's
a
not as tough as
ground.
it used to be.
We
No,
we
You're not going to
haven't.
get kicked up in the air.
No, we haven't got an easy game now.
No,
It's
no, no,
just
no,
like,
no, no.
they're all
No
tough
games are easy, are they?
No, but these are. You look sort of towards the end of the season. Sometimes you're playing a few teams.
I want to
that
go
don't know
Burnley
how to play
away. Nice.
Relax.
No, I want to relax. No
It's more of a return,
stress.
isn't it?
I just want to relax. Don't want no going there thinking, we've got to win today, or we're going to go down mathematical or whatever. Just relax. Draw at Stoke, then we beat Spurs at home, and that would top off this season. For me, that would just like everything that's gone on. We beat them at home.
I'm not going to give them the satisfaction to say that would be our best.
No, not our best win,
Fuck
but
them anyway,
no,
they can go
not our
fuck
best
themselves.
win, but like just
I hope
to,
that starts a fucking big downfall.
just to beat
in
my
their
moment, because
season as
everyone
well.
on the fan cams, most of them were saying we're going to get smashed by Spurs. I said it's a London derby under the lights on a Friday night. They've got more to lose than what we have. Go at them. Go at them.
Yeah.
You never know.
All right, boys, should we leave it there? Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint. If you haven't already, go and check out the Thames Ironworks Breakfast Club. That was a live stream this morning. We'll be doing that on Saturday games at weekend games, but the morning, the afternoon kickoffs.
Yeah, not the early kick.
Yeah, there's going to be one more. It's going to be the Liverpool game this season, and then we're going to work on a format for next season. Go follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, Snapchat, Instagram, all that other good stuff. And boys, positive win.
Very
positive
point.
draw,
Positive
positive point today. But one thing left to say: cover your irons.